Hello, Professor Sargent here with you. We're going to take a look at some examples that I gave on homeworks, quizzes, and tests in a previous semester of using finite mathematics for the managerial, life, and social sciences. Specifically, this is from a course on quantitative analysis for business. The goal is not to reteach, but to show several examples. And occasionally I might show something a little bit differently from your instructor. And hopefully between the two, you'll understand the material. So we are going to begin with some applications of linear functions. Let's see here. There we go. Specifically, we're going to look at simple depreciation, i.e. linear depreciation, and then linear supply and demand functions, and break-even analysis. So here we go. In our first question, an office building worth $2 million when completed in 2005 is being depreciated linearly for 25 years. Assume after 25 years that the worth of the building will be $0. We're going to have X stand for the number of years since 2005. We're asked two parts here: to write the value V of the building as a function of X, and then to calculate how much the building will be worth in 2012. So first off, I'm going to be making use of the slope formula, and depending on the example, either the slope intercept formula for line or the point slope formula for line. So back to the screen share. All right, so from the beginning, let's see. All right, so first off, since we're told that it's worth $2 million in 2005, which is year 0, since X is the number of years and the value is standing in for Y, then we've got one point is 0, 2 million. And then another point after 25 years for X, the value standing in for Y is going to be 0. So I'm going to calculate the slope. It doesn't want to advance. There we go. Okay. So there's our slope. What that is saying is that the worth of the building is going down. That's what it means to depreciate. It's going down by $80,000 a year. So next, since the X coordinate of the first point is 0, that is the y-intercept, or more specifically here, the v-intercept, because v is standing in for y. And so the y-coordinate, the $2 million, is giving us what b is in the slope-intercept formula. Notice that I have not written y equals negative 80,000 x plus 2 million. Instead, since we are given a name for the variable, for the value, that is v, not y, and we're supposed to write it as a function of x. So I didn't write y equals that, and I didn't write v equals that. excuse me, for in V of X is equal to that negative 80,000 X plus 2 million. So to calculate how much the building will be worth in 2012, that's 7 years later. 2012 minus 2005 is giving us 7 years since this started. And so we plug in 7 for X, multiply it by the negative 80,000, and then add the 2 million. I'm coming up with 1,444,000, sorry, $1,440,000. You can check the calculations for both the slope and for what I came up with there to make sure that I'm doing things correctly.